Hi everybody, welcome back to Everyday Thrifty Living. I'm Cassoadiethriftyliving here as always.
Hi everybody.
And if you're new to the channel, hope you stick around, hit that subscribe button, click the bell notified every time I upload a video. Thank you so much for clicking in, tuning in, checking us out, joining us. Hope everyone out there is doing well. And today we are doing another book review. We are going to be looking at the James Patterson and Michael Ledwidge's Now You See Her. I got this from the little lending library that's nearby, and I plucked it and I've read it, and let's get right into it. And on a side note, it is actually quite nice reading from a book. There's something different reading from a book, turning the pages and everything, because my last few books have come from the Kindle, so you're just swiping, but this, you're like sitting, you're holding the book. It's just a nice feel to it. So let's get right into this book. The main character is Nina Bloom. We meet her. She's a lawyer in New York City. She has a 16-year-old daughter. She's a single mother, and she's rising up in her career. She worked from paralegal, went to night school, all that stuff, to where she is now. She's comfortable. Everything's going great. But there's one tiny little problem with her, is that her name is not Nina Bloom. She changed her name. She created a whole new identity because, well, she has a past that she's running away from. Specifically, it all started in Florida when she was in college, spring break in Florida, where a lot of bad stuff happened. And in that process, she met a cop, married him, and life was going great for her. She was living life with him and everything going great. And then a lot of different things happen all of a sudden. And she finds out that her husband, who's a cop, is not a good guy, and he's not a good cop. He's pretty much a straightforward, crooked, corrupt cop who's not above to killing. Let's just put it that way.
Nice.
So because of all that, she has to flee. And she does. She successfully flees, and we see her now. But what causes the whole story is that because she's a lawyer, her law firm is doing it's kind of like an innocence project where they take people on death row and they try and, prove their innocence and such. And she's handed a case where it's this serial killer that was operating around the time that she was living in Florida. And she takes one look at this case, and she realizes, and she knows, that the person who is believed to be the serial killer, convicted of it on death row, is not the serial killer. He's innocent. So she has to wrestle with okay, he's innocent, but how do I successfully defend him without revealing who I am, revealing my past, and all that stuff?
There's a lot of books out there with innocent serial killers.
Well, she knows he's innocent, and I'm gonna leave it at that because that's part of her past. So she has to go down to Florida, and as the book says, the prodigal wife returns, pretty much. So she has to go to Florida, deal with that, hide from the husband, do all that stuff, and save a guy at the end of the day. And that's pretty much the book. So it's a James Patterson book. It was really good. Not so many twists and turns. You're pretty much told everything. There's no shocking twist or revealing thing. It's pretty much straightforward. Really good book. Great beach read. Actually, I say a beach read because James Patterson is notorious for let's see here. One chapter is like one page and a half type thing. So you can really get through a book, any of his books, really quickly. And yeah, it was a good book. I would definitely give it 4 out of 5 stars because I would knock off a star mainly because he had the stereotypical crooked cop, corrupt cop, woman running, kind of on the little stereotypical side, a little on the trope, is it, as you would say. But overall, it was still a good book. I definitely do recommend it, especially if you've read James Patterson books. This was a good read. So, yeah, good wife and mother vanishes, and this is Now You See Her. So,
and now you don't.
And now you don't. So, like I said, we get 4 out of 5 stars. Really good book. James Patterson is always, he always comes through. This is the first book I've read from him in many years. I forget the last book that I read of him. It was Cartel Wives, or not Cartel Wives. It was something with wives or something, and they were on a boat or something. That book I got from the library years ago. So, yeah. So, that was a James Patterson book, and it, like I said in the beginning, it was actually quite nice to actually read a physical copy, instead of on a Kindle. So
Right.
So that's going to be it for us today. 4 out of 5 stars for James Patterson's. What was it again? Oh yeah, now you see her. Now you see her. You know, now you see her.
Now you remember.
Now you see her. So that's gonna be for us today. Thank you so much for watching, and yeah, we will see you guys in the next video. Bye, everybody.
Bye.